Hey guys, welcome back to Daphne's Case Files. Before we get started on the Jack and Lilly case, I want your opinion on something. So I did an intro to the channel and I want you to post either a 1 in the comment section or a 2 in the comment section. A 1 if you like it, a 2 if you dislike it. All right, let's continue with our video. Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. I'm so aggravated. I literally spoke for 10 minutes and there was no sound on the video, so I'm remaking it over. So I'm going to get straight to the subject here. We all heard the video last night of a lady named Haley. She is kin to Malaya Brooks Murray, who is the bio mother for Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Now, we heard while there was a fight that day, and because Daniel had been doing substances in the bathroom. Now, I originally thought that maybe he was on like some kind of pain medication or something, as Durwood, who I don't really take his word very much, but there's always a kernel of truth to a lie or a rumor. So in this case, if this is true about Daniel in the bathroom doing the substances, there was a kernel of truth in what Durwood said, with the whole thing with him saying that Daniel used to do substances, but he had been clean for 2 years because he currently goes to narcotics classes. So that's why I thought maybe he was on narcotics. I don't believe they call meth, which we know what I'm talking about, a narcotic. Am I correct? I don't know. I don't know too much about that. So for Daniel, he was in the bathroom. Now I'm going back to the blanket situation. It was a torn blanket. So there was 2 pieces to this blanket. She said a piece of it was hung up in the window. So I guess as a curtain, or I was thinking the other piece could have been to block, if he's going into the restroom to do this, then he could have been taking, and I'm just going to use my dish towel, old dish towel. He could have been taking the blanket and rolled it up and put it under the doorway. So, in the wintertime when it's cold and you don't want a cold draft to come into the bathroom and freeze you because you're, in the shower, you put a towel or something there to block a draft. Or it could also be used so it blocks a smell, smoke, or something from coming into another room in the house. I wonder if that piece of blanket, the ripped piece of blanket, was used to block the smoke or whatever from the meth that he was supposedly doing in the bathroom, so it wouldn't go through the rest of the house where the children were. Now, and then he basically allegedly, before the police got there, he went out and hid that piece of blanket off a ATV trail, a dirt road, far away, so police dogs would not sniff that blanket out and alert the police to him or anybody else on the property, which would set off alarms saying they're doing math or doing Uggs. So you guys think about that for a minute. What do you think about that? And before we go on, please like the video. I appreciate it if you like the video. So now this makes me think, Durwood, he said he was taking those classes. There's always there's always a kernel of truth in a lie or a rumor. Always. Now, supposedly, allegedly, Janie from Belinda, she did not want police to look in her camper that day. She was very worried, And the woman police said that we will get a warrant if you will not let us go in that camper. I'm alleging that they went in the camper and everything. So I'm wondering if maybe someone's doing a business out of there of some sorts with meth or some other kind of something that might have been in the cabinet that would alerted the police dogs as well. Or maybe she was hiding it from somebody. Now, I know some people might disagree with me on this, but Malaya to stay with him for 2 years while this was going on, knowing that she left Cody for the same thing. Remember what Belinda said? She left Cody because he was on substances and drinking. So why go with somebody else that's doing the same thing? Did Cody and Daniel know each other, perhaps? Were they doing transactions together? Now, Belinda wouldn't know this, obviously, because usually people keep that quiet, correct? I was just wondering how Malaya met Daniel, since she was supposedly like a neat, clean person, and we've seen from the trailer and yard that it's not very kept up. Now, another thing is the neighbor who said that they don't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday night, that they saw a bunch of cars there. The cars parked in the road, the cars parked in the driveway, and they said some other things as well about substances going on. Now, when you have three things, that's a pattern, okay? You have Durwood or Darren saying that Daniel had a problem. And then you have the cousin or family member stating that they walked in on Daniel or walked in there after he was done doing whatever, allegedly. And then you have the neighbor. That's three different people stating pretty much the same thing. Now, with Malaya, why didn't she leave him if he was doing this? Yes, he could have been abusive. He could have but was she tied down? Was she threatened not to leave? We don't know this. I feel that maybe she had got into some bad things as well. You don't know this. Usually people that like birds of a feather flock together type thing, okay? And maybe that's why we haven't heard from her, because she's been detoxing maybe or something. This is just all in my opinion. Just throwing out ideas. Now on to the next thing. So I looked up what math looks like because I am ignorant to it. I have no idea what it looks like. And it looked like quartz crystals or something to me. And I looked on Google and it says it can be smoked or whatnot. So if it's supposed to be smoked, how would the kids overdose on this, allegedly, if that's what happened to them? Now, you can catch me up with this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can it be done another way? Like, I don't know, eaten or something like that? Maybe it was left out on the counter and the children got into it thinking it was something else. I don't know if it can be ground down or anything. Maybe they thought it was sugar. Who knows? Or that's what I was thinking. It might have been like medication, like pain medication, because they come in different colored tablets and the kids could have thought it was candy. Now, for one of them, yes, to get into it and have an accident. Or unless Lily got into it and said, "Here, Jack, have some candy." Maybe that's why she kept coming in and out of the room that morning. We don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas here. What do you guys think of this? I think a really bad situation happened here. And in my opinion, now I'm kind of veering off too. I don't think the kids are with us anymore, which is really sad. And I hope one of these adults come out and have some courage and so there can be justice served for these two little kids. Things are kind of starting to make sense to me now on what might have happened, and it's all in my opinion. Before we leave, I do want to go and mention something about Daniel did say he spoke to his coworker that day in the parking lot. Now, I heard allegedly it is payday that day that they saw the coworker. So did a transaction go on there? I don't know. I want to hear from you guys, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video. And thank you for watching.